Have you ever wondered how our society moved from information to knowledge, and how that has shaped the world as we know it? Let's take a moment to ponder this pivotal shift. We live in what is often referred to as a knowledge society. This is a society that generates, shares, and makes accessible a vast array of knowledge to all its members. This knowledge then serves as a tool to enhance the human condition. But you might wonder, how is a knowledge society different from an information society? The answer lies in the transformation of information into resources. An information society merely creates and disseminates raw data. But a knowledge society goes a step further. It uses this information, this data, to create resources that enable society to take effective action. Now, it's important to note that the ability to gather and analyze information is not a new phenomenon. It has been a part of our human history for as long as we can remember. What sets our current era apart is the immense increase in data creation and information dissemination. And this is largely due to the innovation of information technologies. Think about it. The amount of data generated today is astronomical compared to just a few decades ago. Every click, every swipe, every online interaction contributes to this vast ocean of data. But this is not knowledge. Not yet. The shift from an information society to a knowledge society is not just about the sheer volume of data. It's about how we use that data, how we transform it, how we make sense of it, and ultimately how we apply it to improve our lives and the world around us. So, the knowledge society is not just about the amount of information we can access, but how we transform that information into actionable resources. It's about making the most of the tools at our disposal, about learning, growing, and contributing to the betterment of society. And that, my friends, is the essence of the knowledge society. This shift towards a knowledge society would not have been possible without the growth of information and communication technology, or ICT. The advent of the internet was like a big bang for information, spawning an astronomical amount of data at a pace that was previously unimaginable. It opened up a universe of information, transforming the way we connect, communicate, and conceive our world. But the evolution didn't stop there. The internet morphed from its initial incarnation, Web 1.0, into a more interactive dynamic version, known as Web 2.0. This new version didn't just offer a static library of data. Instead, it provided a platform where individuals could connect with each other across the globe, becoming both consumers and producers of content. This transformative power of ICT extends beyond just social interaction. It has the potential to revolutionize education, training, and employment, making them more accessible and tailored to individual needs. It can open doors to life-sustaining resources, reducing inequalities and empowering all members of society. But amidst this digital revolution, it's essential to remember that raw data itself does not equate to knowledge. The deluge of information we're exposed to every day needs to be processed, analyzed, and reflected upon to create meaningful understanding. It requires discernment to separate the wheat from the chaff, to discern fact from fiction. In this digital age, anyone can be a content creator, but turning that content into knowledge requires a bit more. But this capacity for individuals to produce and use data on a global scale doesn't necessarily result in knowledge creation. Why is that? Well, let's take a moment to consider this. Contemporary media, in its various forms, delivers a staggering amount of information, a veritable deluge of data. But here's the twist. This information overload alone doesn't equate to knowledge. Knowledge is not just about amassing information. It's about making sense of that information. It's about deriving meaning from it. This is where reflection and critical thinking come into play. These are the tools we use to sift through the sea of data, to discern the nuggets of truth and relevance, to create awareness, meaning, and understanding. However, there's a caveat. In the absence of this critical analysis, what we end up with is non-knowledge. This is information that is false or inaccurate. Imagine a beautifully crafted vessel, filled not with precious gems, but with worthless pebbles. That's the danger of non-knowledge. It appears valuable on the surface, but lacks substance and truth. As we journey into the future, we're looking at exciting developments like the Semantic Web 3.0 and Ubiquitous Web 4.0. These advancements promise to use intelligence to digitally create meaning, independent of user-driven input. This will further enhance our ability to transform information into knowledge and, in doing so, further enrich our knowledge society. As we move towards the future with Semantic Web 3.0 and Ubiquitous Web 4.0, we'll be able to use intelligence to digitally create meaning independent of user-driven input, further enhancing our knowledge society.